There's no need even to have a college degree.
A lot of you keep asking me, do you need a college degree to become a successful web developer, software developer, a full stack developer? And in this video, we're going to take not my word, but Elon's word and see what he has to say about the subject. With that said, smash the like button so this video goes out to as many people as possible. And with that said, let's jump right into it.
There's no need even to have a college degree at all, or even high school.
Wow, that's a really bold statement. No need to even have a college degree. But let's see what he has to expound on that.
I mean, if somebody graduated from a great university, that may be an indication that they will be capable of great things. But
so for me, one of the big takeaways from this is graduating from a university might be a good indicator that you might be likely to succeed, but it isn't end all be all.
Great things, but it's not necessarily the case. You know, if you look at say people like Bill Gates or Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, these guys didn't graduate from college.
That's true. Take a look at these people, right, that he mentioned. Larry Page, the founder of Google. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. They did not actually graduate from college. But watch what he actually says next. I think that's important.
But if you had a chance to hire them, of course, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Whoa, Elon. You're right about that. If I had Bill Gates knocking on my door, I think I would take him up on his offer.
So, you know, just looking just for evidence of exceptional ability.
Looking for evidence for exceptional ability. Now let's see what he means when he says that.
Of exceptional ability. And if there's a track record of exceptional achievement, then it's likely that that will continue into the future.
So Elon looks for a track record of exceptional ability. Okay. So what does that mean for you? Well, what that might mean for a software developer or somebody who wants to become a full stack developer is stop looking around for, I need a piece of paper that's worth $60,000. I need this. That's not what you actually need. What you actually need is a solid skill set. Skills that you could show from your portfolio, skills that you could show when you're on that job interview, and skills that you can use to actually get a job. Because when people bring you in, that's mainly what they're looking for, okay? So for you, it doesn't ultimately matter that much that you don't have a certification or you don't have a piece of paper. Now, of course, it depends what school or what job you're trying to get into. If you're trying to become a data scientist, they might require you to have a PhD. But for Elon, what he says is, I want to see if you have a proven track record of exceptional ability. And in my opinion, the best way to show that you have exceptional ability is to show that by your skill set, okay? And also by a foundation of projects that you might have built. Now you might ask, Elon, but what if I do want to learn and I do want to educate myself? What should I be working on? Because not all learning can be that bad, right? So what are the skills I should pick up when I want to actually improve my skill set? And here's what Elon has to say.
To cater the education to match their aptitudes and abilities. So I think that's one principle. Another is that it's important to teach problem solving, or teach to the problem, not to the tools. So this would be like, let's say.
So that's something really important. Teach to the problem, not to the tools. This is one of the reasons why I talk so much about, hey, let's learn problem solving, right? This is why on this channel, you hear us constantly talk about problem solving, doing data structures and algorithms, going and doing coding challenges on platforms like HackerRank or Coursera or Codecademy, whatever have you. Wherever you can find, you can go and actually do problem solving, do that, okay? And that actually builds up your skill set, and that's how you discover problem solving and you start to understand it at a deeper level. As I was watching this Elon's video, I found a comment underneath it that's actually really fascinating, and I'd like us to unpack that together. And it's by Derek Poland, and he said there's a difference between dropping out of college because you are a genius with an idea for a company that you're willing to spend 100+ hours a week on versus dropping out because you are lazy. So that is one huge thing that you have to keep in mind. Now, that genius part of that sentence, I don't know if I agree with that, but you can drop out of college and work on a lot of other things. For example, if you want to become a software developer, you can become a freelance developer. You could become a software developer at big companies without the need to go to college or spend a lot of money. You could go and learn all the things on your own. You could go on YouTube and watch content. You could find mentors, right? You can find, there are plenty of other ways. People can go to a coding bootcamp. People can go take online classes. People can watch content for free, and you can learn and actually get a job. So I don't think you need to be a genius to need to drop out of college. And I don't think necessarily needing an idea is a huge factor either. So something to just keep in mind, because I know these are like, if it has 23,000 likes, I know a lot of people agree with it. And if a lot of people agree with it, you might agree with it. And I wanted to just get in there in your head and kind of unpack and debunk that a little bit before we continue on. I want to end the video on one bonus clip from Bill Gates and his family. Basically, Bill Gates actually ended up dropping out of college as well, and his parents paid for his tuition, and he was like, yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of time off and then watch what happens. So I'm going to just cut to that part of the interview.
Well, they were very generous. They, paid for my tuition. At the time, officially, I went on leave, and so, if the company hadn't gone well, Harvard's very generous about letting people come back. So
I actually really love this one. And by the way, this video is by Evan Carmichael. He put this video up. But anyways, so you guys could go check that out if you wanted to. But I thought this was really fascinating because that's exactly what I did to grow Clever Programmer as a business. I was like, okay, what do I know? I know the skill of software development. Where do I have more leverage? In teaching other people how to become software developers, because I had done it myself. I had done it very, very successfully. And I was making a 6-figure income at the age of 21, right? I was making over $100,000 a year at 21. And people were like, hey, how are you doing this? And a lot of people started asking me that. And I started a YouTube channel. It started taking off really, really quickly. And what I did at the end of 2016 was go, hey, I'm just going to take one semester off, like just one semester, right? I'm going to take that off and I'm going to see what happens. And if that doesn't work out, then I can still go back to college. So I technically didn't just, in my mind, it wasn't like a drop out. Now, granted, the difference between me and Bill Gates is he dropped out of Harvard, right? I dropped out of a community college. It was Oakton Community College. I had a terrible GPA. I don't have a 155 IQ like Bill Gates here does, right? And so I find that part actually really fascinating, that's also what he did.
Permanent thing.
So you never expect, so you were thinking at some point I'll end up going back and finishing my qualification?
I wasn't, but
Your parents were hoping.
If I'd been unrealistic and the business hadn't worked out, I could have. And
so, my last parting thoughts with this are, a lot of people, when they think of dropping out of college or, stopping college, they think of this big freaking thing where you have to sign the stamp of approval where you can just never, ever in your life ever go back. And I think that messes you up, because then you think it's this either or thing, whereas how Gary Vee says it can be an and thing, where you can go do the thing that you really want to do, and then you have 3 months to prove to yourself that you are going to do this thing, that you're going to make something of yourself, that you're going to make your dreams a reality, that you actually are going to put in the hard work that you told yourself and everybody else around you that you would. That's what that time off, that little semester off or whatever it may be, allows you to actually be able to do. So my parting words to you are, if you are considering dropping out of college or stopping college, and if you're not, right, if you're already out of college and you're doing a job and you're like, hey, I want to become a software developer, first of all, you don't need a degree. right? And second of all, if you're somebody in college and you're thinking about dropping out, you don't have to think about this or thing. You could go, hey, I can actually take a semester off, and I can always go back if I feel like I'm not putting in the right effort, if I feel like things aren't working out the way I planned, right? It could be your backup plan. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Bill Gates has done it. I'm nowhere near as successful as Bill Gates, but I myself have also done that, and it turned out well. So think about that. Hopefully it gives you some more options, some broader perspective. It's not this either or thing. The world doesn't end if you don't have a college degree. I know it kills some of us in our heads, and we let it become this huge limiting belief. But I just want to let you know, look, it's okay. If you went to college, great. If you enjoyed it, great. But if you didn't, that's also okay. And you can still make something of your life, and you can still get a job as a software developer. You can still become a full stack developer. Okay? That's it. This is your boy Qazi. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel so we can keep this thing growing. This channel is all about full stack development, teaching you how to become a better developer. This is your boy Qazi. I love your beautiful face, and I'll see you in the next video.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit recorded.